So it's Sunday, and I've had the great luck, the great privilege, grateful to be able to go for a walk today. And as I walked around in Tunbridge Wells here in Kent, the sun was out, bit of a wind, a bit brisky, but I got to see some flowers. And one of my friends, one of my mentees and clients and partners, they had a challenge for their school kid, which was to take a photo of every colour of the rainbow, to do things around colour and nature. And so that got me thinking. I saw that this morning as I was on my walk, and I took photos of the roses, the African violets, these wildflowers, and I was quite blown away by the colours, the deepest blues, the brightest pinks and violets of these rhododendrons we have here in Kent. That's rhododendrons, a really hard word to spell, but amazing things that blossom from nowhere and then go back away. And I got to share those with my mum later on, and she was commenting back on WhatsApp about how incredible these photos are that we can take. And it got me thinking, because if she hadn't encouraged me to think about art and photography when I was younger, this is before we had digital cameras, before you could take a photo and video with a phone, I would never have seen the lessons I learned over 10, 20, 30 years. On top of that, I didn't create the flowers, I didn't create technology, I simply harnessed and leveraged other people's and happened to be in the right moment to see that, and as a result to take the photo and share it. And I shared it because I wanted to let my mum know I was thinking about her. And with social distancing going on, we can't do what we used to do. We can't have the conversations. We can't give each other a hug like we used to. And so how do you acknowledge people, and how do you share? And so today on Sunday, what have you done today that you can be sharing with somebody else? What have you learned? What have you seen that you could share? And I must admit, it's been a weird day, a challenging day. Those phrases I got to sort of stop saying, but it has been the case. I woke up early, I did some research, watched some things that had me thinking about perspectives and perceptions. I then had some quite challenging conversations, some would call an argument, but they are challenging because I'm being asked to step up my rigour. And I don't enjoy them, they're not an enjoyable process, I'm still on the back end of that. So I'm smiling because I can, and I'm aware that there is clearly a gap that we can step up with how we speak and act in the world, with who we know ourselves to be. So for me on Sunday, as the sun is still out in places, there's still some colour in the back, the blue flowers behind me, go take a couple of photos, go draw some drawings, write a line of poetry, or see what others have done and see how you could share that. And I think if we all shared more and created more and just spent some time in solitude and space, we might be open to a different way of being. It's all too easy to say something, and how it lands, well, often it's not what you're going to know in advance. You won't know the consequences of saying what you're going to say, sharing what you're going to share. But you can be a gentle space, because often the simplest comment that you may not realise the impact it has positively or negatively, but that spin is often potentially not even known. Because what can seem like the biggest breakdown can become the biggest breakthrough, they say. Those I've got that phraseology from ontology from other training courses time and time again. And people like Wayne Dyer talked about how things can be on the way, not in the way. And if I look back at times that cameras have been stolen, literally cameras stolen from my house, lenses broken, technology update in advance, and having to be on that journey of saving and investing and learning, going thousands of miles sometime to learn about camera equipment, photography and video, and I literally mean thousands of miles, investing hours of time, thousands of pounds, to learn insights. They bring us to where we are today, or me where I am today, where I can take a photo, take a video, and see how to improve and tweak it quite quickly. And I'm still learning. But why do I do that? Well, in part it's for myself, but if I only did photography for myself and never shared it, what's the point? Now there still might be a point, there still might be a value from that, but I think when we can learn to share, and share effectively, that's quite exciting. So that's my thought for you on a Sunday, sharing Sunday, sacred Sundays. I'll see you next time. Hope that was useful. Bye for now.